Fucking hit Fargrim Brawn Anvil. That's like, it's like someone was trying too hard. Like Anvil is plenty.
But
I mean,
Aaron.
fucking Anvil. What else do you need? You don't need to improve on that, okay? But
Aaron.
like, when you start talking Grim,
Oh
you're
shit.
going in the wrong direction because now you're going towards that black metal shit.
But
and
Aaron.
not even like the good black metal, which is only barely tolerable, but like that fucking DSBM shit, which is like
Aaron.
black metal kids. So I don't want the word grim anywhere near anything that my fucking guy's gonna be called. Anyway, so I'm thinking maybe Brawn Anvil would be a better name than Fargrim Brawn Anvil.
I like Brawny.
Well, is he a homosexual?
Well, I don't think so.
I was gonna say it's too gay. It's just too openly gay.
Well, you'd have to be pretty goddamn brave to come out of the closet in the Forgotten Realms, man.
Oh, totally admirable.
Well, for fuck's sakes. Alright, he's an openly gay dwarf. Can we get back to the game?
My apologies.
Alright, this carrion crawler is almost finished, man. It's mortally wounded. Bronny, what do you want to do?
Smack the shit out of the fucker, and the two-handed attack too. I hope I don't have to tell you that. You know, go big or go home.
Roll with advantage, man. This thing is almost dead.
I got an 18 and a 5.
Nice.
Your axe unleashes a geyser of yellow goo, and its head...
Dungeon Master, do I have to roll for initiative to go piss on its head?
No, you may do so if you feel you must.
I do, yes.
Then yes, you may proceed.
Okay, I'm pissing on its head.
Come! We must not waste another moment if we are to obtain Kaibo's shield before the crescent moons turn red.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do an English accent. That felt right.
The broad, dank hallway is littered with debris, and webbing of giant silken bags like moth cocoons are woven into the wall from the collapsing rafters. And there's a very sickly smell of excrement mold and an eye-tearing scent of a slaughterhouse in summer. A giant campfire pit smolders away, embers and flankers flicker about, revealing just enough light to see the source of the wretched smell. 4 flayed bodies hang from a makeshift rack.
It's the goddamn villagers, isn't it? It's all dudes, I can tell you that.
How can you tell, Jethro Tull?
By the scrotums, Gungasinga. The scrotums.
You are both correct. They are all male, and yes, they are the villagers.
Well, that means that the women are still alive and probably kept in a sex dungeon. A dungeon of sex.
Oh, here we go. This is not a sex dungeon mission, man. Time is a factor. You realize this, right?
And you realize that these women are someone's sisters and daughters, man, and they'd be most appreciative if they were released from the sex dungeon. I must protest.
Castillo, Jethro Tull, we're gonna find this shield, and then we're gonna...
sir, sisters and daughters. No. The sex dungeon awaits. Welcome back to the heavy metal realms of Dungeons and Dragons. Join us tonight as we delve into the perilous cavern of Kruggle in search of the long-lost Kilbo shield.
Clybor.
Oh, Clybor shield. Godless deviance and high adventure awaits to those who dare. Plus, take this shit. A Sultan's ransom with...
Oh, God, I can't remember this shit. Give me the script. It's inspired by D&D, The Forge and the Fires. Oh, okay, no, fuck this. I'm just gonna say that it's metal albums inspired by D&D. I'm gonna introduce Aaron. Hey, Aaron, welcome, man.
Oh, I appreciate it, man.
Hey, welcome to the show, bro.
Okay, cool, shut up.
Grown Man Record Night was off.
Everybody shut up. Okay, action.
Have a cow.
People, we got a very special guest helping us on this campaign tonight. A friend, a colleague, a son of a bitch competitor, the Renee Belloc to my Marion Ravenwood. Aaron, the metal theologian. Welcome, Aaron. Oh, damn, it's good.
Oh, God, it smells like old hot dog water. I'm creating atmosphere, baby.
Whoa, fucking lay off the atmosphere. Aaron, I'm psyched out of my mind to be playing this with you. But I'm even more excited about some of the slabs of wax I think you're bringing to the table tonight.
Yeah, you know, I actually realized when I sent you the list, I thought there was something missing. I left the fucking Slaufeg record off the list.
Whoa. We haven't even rolled for initiative. Now you're dropping bombs on me. Changing things up?
See, I kind of want to bump this one because it's by far the worst record.
I don't know anything about this band.
Really? Well, look at him now. What do you know about him now?
I think it looks like the love child of the Rods and Paul Diano's Battle Zone.
This fucking guy right here? You tell me he doesn't look Italian? Totally on his way to the disco when they took this fucking picture.
I mean, I have nothing but love and respect for the Italians and all their contributions to metal. I'm a fan, but holy shit, I don't want to say inept, but there seems to be an almost dyslexic take on new album.
And they, like, really got lost. Like, they went and got drunk with French metal bands. It's like they got drunk with the Satan Jokers and Blaspheme. And then, like, they were like, okay, you Italian guys, go off and be on your way. And they went off and made a record.
Oh, my God, stop.
You know, maybe I should bump this one then, because I love this record.
Whoa. Hold on a second, man. When you said Tyrant, I was expecting Mean Machine.
Oh, for the tyrant?
Yeah, that greased up warrior cover, man. He's furious at the moon because his old lady just got shot in the titties with an arrow.
Is this the German tyrant you're talking about?
Yeah, guy, making noise, drinking beer. I want to make love.
These guys, the tyrant with this like corny ass logo, they only got 145 out while they were together. It was the first two songs on this Hold Back the Lightning and Eyes of a Stranger. I've seen people pay $800 for that 45 now. And it's worth it.
See, for me, man, I'd rather drop 800 on Syrian refugees or like the United Negro College. But that's just me.
Shut up, Castillo.
Every song on here is just fucking fantastic epic metal. It's like you understand listening to this shit why that 45 goes for so much money, because it's just great. And like, it doesn't slow down. They had a whole album's worth of material in them, and this is that album. And it's like a lost, like classic epic metal album. And there is no epic metal from the UK either. I mean, Dragon Slayer kind of went into that territory a little bit, but these guys were committed. Like, if these guys opened for Manowar, the fans would be like, respect.
Okay, so Wyvern's getting the boot, but I gotta tell you, I'm a little curious
If
here.
you come across this record, you should pretty much grab it because you'll enjoy it. But that's not because it's so good. You know what I mean? Like the fucking Tyrant record you should hear because it's fantastic. The Wyvern record you should hear because you'll appreciate it too, the same way I do.
All right, Tyrant is a good pick, but what's next? Ooh.
Yeah, fucking the X, man. And, you know, Death Rider. This thing really sucks you in right away, you know?
What's that shit on there?
I'm particularly proud of this copy because it has the surplus Library of Congress sticker on it. There's like a little stamp on there and it's a catalog number. And I don't know if it's actually the LC catalog number, but like, presumably this record was in the possession of the Library of Congress at some point in time. And probably got sold off at a book sale and somehow found it in LA or bought it.
I want to imagine that was wedged in between Goodnight Moon and the words of Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, another thing I don't quite understand is why this record of all the early Metal Blade releases was graced with a gatefold.
Well, because the lyrics are so heavy, the mere sheet wouldn't be able to handle it. For example, cut out the hearts of the children, watch their lifeblood slowly fade away, drain out every ounce of power, and lead every one of them astray.
Dude, I'm so impressed.
Ruby Eyes of the Serpent, a day of reckoning.
Which record is that on?
Not the EP Nightmare or the Curse. What's the second one? God damn.
Warning of Danger.
Yes, Warning of Danger.
You know, that record was actually my entry point for Omen. I've had this first one forever, and I never really could get into it. And then my record dealer friend in Colombia, so not even that long ago, he was like, you know, so you need to check out Warning of Danger. So I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it. So I checked out Warning of Danger. I was like, oh, this is fucking fantastic. And then I came back and listened to Battle Cry again, and I was like,
kids, write this down. It's an essential album. All right, what else you got in your arsenal?
I got this for $5 in sort of a huge clearance bin at a place in North Beach in San Francisco back probably in the mid-90s.
Yeah, Sarathongo, mandatory pick for the theme of this show for sure.
And I pretty much just got it on the strength of the cover. I mean, I was like having sort of a metal renaissance at that point in time anyway, and I saw this and I was like, I remember that band. I never listened to them back in the day, but I can't argue with that.
Well, yeah, you'd lose. It's got ultra high armor class. Sarathongo is one of those bands that I was late to the party as well. I don't know if my teenage thrash palette was actually ready for them.
How about the best maybe not the best title of all time, but very hard to beat, Finger of Scorn.
I've been on the receiving end from a few of those in my time, let me tell you.
And the fucking song lives up to it. The Finger of Scorn. And look at that. You fucking imagine Tim Baker. That's like such a great shot of him right there, too. He's not doing one of these. Somebody's doing one of these, you know? It's like...
Well, here's another fist in the air. Boom. Liege Lord.
Oh, Jesus, man. That's such a great band, dude. You know something? They took me a while to get my head around, too.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're all about master control. And look, it's a great album. But for me, thematically, this one nails it on the head. Cast Out, Blacklit Nights, Legend, Walking Fire. I'd argue that Master Control is better suited to Spelljammers or Stair Frontiers. But Como is fantastic, but I'm a huge fan of Andy Machad's vocals. But killer US power metal.
It totally is, man.
And you have the first Freedom's Rise on Metalworks, right? The Viking cover, too?
Yeah, I was going to, like, pull that out to back you up. Because, like, just to sort of cement that D&D connection, you know? But look at that. I mean, as far as the cover goes, you can't beat that. I only, like, didn't really think about these guys because they're not as close to my heart as Sarathongo and Omen.
Okay, now word on the metal street is that Metalworks version, bootleg.
Who says?
Why, my dear Aaron, the heavy metal intelligentsia.
It's a little bit of a thorn in my side because you see that shit like on Discogs where someone goes in there and calls it unofficial, and all of a sudden it's blocked from release. And it's like, who decides this shit? You know, I'm as much of an authority as anyone fucking hanging around on Discogs. You know what I mean? I'm just not willing to get into a pissing contest with them over it online. So things become bootlegs, and then I hear from someone else, oh, isn't that a bootleg? And I'm like, no, but did someone on Discogs call it a bootleg? Doesn't mean it's true, you know?
See that, kids? That's the finger of scorn. Don't you forget it.
I would bet money the story is they had a few drinks. Dave said to him, hey, you don't mind if I put that on a picture disc, do you? And they were like, whatever, man. Fucking, he does the picture disc because he already has the shit. They probably don't see any money from it, admittedly. Maybe don't even know it exists because he's been destroying it or whatever. Then they find out it's out there and go, oh, you know, it's like, no, dude, you fucking agreed to it. You just weren't paying attention.
Well, you want more controversy? You want to get your blood angrier even more? Check out my next controversial pick.
I'm not going to react as badly to that one as you might think, man.
That surprises me. I'm a little tickled here, too, because it was the first time I was exposed to them. And when I saw that Ken Kelly Love Gun clone cover...
I don't know what it's like to not know what the cover of Love Gun and the cover of Fighting the World look like, but I never made that connection until just a second. My mind's kind of blown a little bit.
It's embarrassing.
I totally Love Gun.
Yeah, it's like the Breakfast Club and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 poster. When someone dropped that on me, it almost ruined me. Let's face it, Manowar's always been a controversial band, all the way back to the beginning. That hyper-masculine, homoerotic, misogynist pro wrestling pageantry shit.
They fucking, like... They talk, but they deliver.
Master of Revenge, Black Wind Fire and Steel, Drums at Doom, Carry On, and Defender, narrated by Orson fucking Welles, fresh off those drunken Parmesan wine commercials. Come on.
Metal! I tell you, like it was the dude from the Toilet Boys who turned me on to Manowar.
No.
Bass player from the Toilet Boys. Yeah, he's a friend of a friend, so I was hanging out with him once when I was living in Austin, of all places, at a Damned show where the Toilet Boys were opening. I ended up missing Damned because I was just hanging out. But we were talking about metal because he was into metal too. And he was like going off on Manowar. And I was like, man, I always thought Manowar was kind of corny. And he was like, no, dude, you're mistaken. Same thing with Ronnie James Dio. Like, I always thought Dio was kind of a chode.
Blasphemy.
Now, this was when I was in my 20s, right? But I came late to Dio. But then one day I realized, I was like, all the things I hate about Dio are actually why he's awesome.
You know, we got to bring up a serious elephant in the room. We're going to be crucified. You know that, right?
What's going to happen?
Well, what's going to happen is that we've been talking D&D, and Dio hasn't even been brought up till now.
Neither of us has fucking brought up Dio until just the second.
And
you're right. But holding up a Dio record, that's like if we're talking about like Christianity and I hold up the Bible. It's just like so like obvious and trite. It doesn't even like, there's like no conversation actually happening there.
You know what? I agree wholeheartedly.
Back to the game, you fucking chatty Cathy's.
Okay, right. So that isn't a mummy?
No, it isn't. But it is attempting to tell you something. But its mouth is completely mummified in silken web. The same silk webbing covering the gelatinous hive of cocoons that seem to be moving more and more now, leaking a putrid, smelling ooze.
Somebody cut that dude out of that gross shit and see what he's bitching about.
I'll use my dagger and shove it in where his mouth is. I think.
I'm gonna need you to roll for that.
No problemo. 2. Well, that's not good.
You manage to cut through the silk, but stab him through his cheek. He screams violently and blood pours to the ground. He is not happy, and the presence of spilled blood seems to cause the cocoons to violently shake.
You idiot!
Well, you told me to do it.
I didn't say stab him in the face, you... Oh, my accent.
I didn't say stab him in the face, you incredible dickhead.
That sounds like Michael Caine.
The screams of the mummified face-stabbed man and the blood pooling to the ground seems to have wakened the hive's queen. A corpse worm erupts from beneath a pile of cocoons and charges at the bleeding man. Its proboscis, sheathed in a modified labium, slides down over the victim's head, and a sickening, piercing, sucking sound cannot be unheard.
Labium. Know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, this is intense.
Roll for initiative.
Okay, no, fuck that time out, man. I need another beer and I gotta rock a piss.
God damn, that was intense, man.
I'm smoke already. Atmosphere. All right, Aaron, what do you got next?
So let's go with Slough. They're a little bit of a newer band here, okay? Because they didn't start until like the 90s. This album is 2000. There's really no way I could exclude this because even if you take out like all of the awesome shit that if it even isn't directly D&D, is sufficiently D&D adjacent, like the dude holding an egg. I don't know if that really quite counts as D&D, but you know something? I can't not show that.
We may have to go to the judges on. No, it's good.
And then there's the sound of this record, okay, where if you dig like the classic epic metal, these are one of the best bands you can check out. And I was fortunate enough to see them a lot of times when I lived in San Francisco because they were local. But the main reason that I just could not leave these guys aside is because of the cover art by none other than Errol Otis.
You just got that one guy real excited.
the mighty Errol Otis, in keeping with how everyone gets the mighty. So this cover, Mighty Slaufeg, is Grace from the mighty Errol Otis, who's best known for some of his art from the original Monster Manual.
I originally drew a blank when you said Mr. Otis's name, but there you go again, making me a better person. All right, let's get this out of the way, because what kind of dick nose does a show about D&D and not bring Manila Road to the table? Am I right?
Not on my watch, Daddy.
But embarrassingly, like Sirathungal, I was late to the party here, and for all the wrong reasons. Now, I don't have the first two because of the price, and sadly, I don't have any of the mid-90s stuff either. That's my bad.
You're the right ones.
Yeah, I know, for my taste anyway.
Love that first one, man. I really, really love that first one.
But listen, I fought the urge to show Crystal Logic here, even though, it is the right answer. But come on, man, open the gates.
That's not the wrong answer, man. I could make a pretty strong argument for that one. If I said Crystal Logic is my pick, about 60% of my justification for that would be that it was my first.
I hate being late to the party with these guys, man, but in my defense, from their pictures and their band name, I just thought they were like some sort of late 70s acid casualty boogie biker band, you know? And if I'm going to be even more honest, when Crystal Logic was dropped on me, man, and the Acropolis started, my brain had a hard time processing it, especially Shelton's nasally voice, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what that record was like for me. The Roadster press sounds more like, it sounds more like that record, the one that you're holding.
This next one, man, let me tell you, zero simmering process. This one had a huge impact on me and got me into all this awesome shit.
Okay, first of all, me too, 100%. My copy of that is the copy that I bought in probably 1988. Because I first heard them when I saw them in November of 1987 opening for Anthrax.
You lucky bastard.
There was a little bit of a delay before I fully got my head around them, but it didn't take long, right? And that record is huge in my life. But that said, specifically as a D&D record, in spite of the Red Gem of Hades, which we've discussed in the past, and that stuff, and I say this to concede that you're actually right. But the fact that it's a thrash record and such like a punchy thrash record too.
I get that completely, but at the time, I don't know if the rules of thrash were as cemented as they are today. And as much as I love the Zetro demos, man, Chuck's voice, man, it gave this material like a less screeching minion sound to a Pit Fiend level, man, with a demoralizing AC.
If there's a singer who can go toe to toe with Tom Araya, it's Chuck Billy, right? All thrash, he's probably they're like at that top tier, I think, together, and that's about it. And because of that, though, that record is hard for me to put in that same D&D category with like the Man-O-War where it like sounds it too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, because again, the rules of thrash, there's no sword and sandals, there's no ghosts and goblins. Yet this one embraces it all. Much more in a horror theme, though, dark campaign, like set in the world of like maybe Ravenloft as opposed to Forgotten Realms or Greyhawk. Each song here is perfectly suitable to a campaign. The Haunting, Burnt Offerings, Raging Waters, Curse of the Legions of Death, Alone in the Dark, Do or Die, Apocalyptic City.
First Strike is Deadly, actually, too, I can see.
Oh my god, yeah, exactly.
That's a good pick, man, because it's one I wouldn't have picked, and it's one that you picked for like a whole bunch of reasons that are so right. I'm just overwhelmed.
You guys done jerking off about Testament?
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, that's pretty much the biggest mistake you can make right now. Never separate the party, Castillo.
No, I'm just gonna explore down this hallway for a bit, man. It'll be quicker if we split up to find this shield.
You're not looking for a shield, you're looking for a goddamn sex dungeon, which doesn't exist, by the way.
Change your tampon, man. I'm just gonna have a look-see down this hallway.
Jethro Tull, I'm gonna need you to do a dex roll, please.
Oh shit, okay, is 6 good?
Not really. A giant circular saw rips from the wall. You manage to escape. It's absolute lethal. Oh, goddammit.
Hey, I got the coffee. Oh hey, Jakarta War's back.
Cool, and it only took you 2.5 hours. Good hustle. Where the fuck were you? Thank you.
Oh, right on. It's cold now. Sensational.
It's like an ice cap.
Aaron, this is the summer temp Phelan. He's a real go-getter. We got you a black, man. You may want to nuke that. What the hell is this? I specifically ordered black, dude.
You fucked up again, kid.
Poor Aaron, man. He's probably thinking he's going to have to drink his own urine to stay hydrated around here.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine,
You
man.
ninkum tits, you had one job.
Can I go home early? I'm tired.
Oh, of course you can, my child. These 2-hour and 17-minute shifts must be killing you. Get out there and enjoy the heat. Can you believe this shit? What's next, Aaron? Help me get this taste out of my mouth.
Maybe the biggest flex of the night is going to be that this is number 2 on my list and not number 1.
And that's why you're an absolute scumbag.
Such a piece of shit move on your part right now. This is my show. My show!
Hey, man, I almost bumped this record.
Of course. Bit on the nose with the word dragon, wouldn't you say?
They used the feminine version of dragon.
Where were they from?
California? I want to say Northern California. Well, it says P.O. Box is in L.A.
Really?
So I almost said Northern California, but apparently I would have been wrong.
Oof. Few Corrosium monitors were ready to pounce there, pal.
Harmony vocals, Jeff Scott Soto. I love it. Sometimes I see people trying to hype this record because of Jeff Scott Soto.
Of course.
Apparently he was on a couple records.
No, Panther, dude.
About-
Panther,
Yeah.
he was in Panther.
Yeah, Panther. So they're like, oh my God, we got the guy from Panther on our record. That's like fucking hype. I mean, come on. That's like your friend was over drinking with you and you turned on a mic, you know?
Poor Soto, always a bridesmaid.
This record really doesn't live up to this cover. Like, as far as like the epic sound and that's the other reason I hesitated on this one. Like, Catch Me If You Can is a really good song, but it's not like this, you know?
Well, look, all I'm going to say from an ad perspective, that thing stinks of an overpromise. I love
So
it.
this is a pretty good record. I don't know if it's really deserves the hype that it gets, but it's a heavy metal record, and at least when it comes to that cover art, it's committed.
Look at that adorable phantom blue castle down there.
Oh hell yeah! Shit, you know what I think of with that castle is the Salem's Witch record.
Oh my god, yeah, of course. Absolute gem.
That record might belong in this video more than the Dragon record does.
What's that other Canuck band? Shit. From Vancouver.
Black Light?
Yes, of course. Do you have an original?
I can go check. Yeah, I do.
Ugh, of course you do, Belloc. Of course you do.
I'm surprised you don't have this one actually because it's Canadian.
Tasks me. He tasks me.
Do you have the Solar Eagle record?
Yes, I do. Don't start. Oh man, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I actually found this. I don't remember where I got it, but I paid $100 for it.
Not the greatest album, but collectability-wise, man, it is up there. I've seen it go anywhere from 300 to 600 recently.
Are you serious?
That's Canadian, of course. God damn. Ugh.
This would have been a good pick.
No shit.
I
Wow,
mean-
look at that fang face in a wig there. All right, now what's number one? Oh my god, I see it.
Here we go.
He's literally blowing smoke in my face right now. Aaron, when I first started collecting Private Press, this was the number one album that I wanted. That and First Strike. You are a bastard right now.
I think this record is much better than First Strike.
Shots fired.
First Strike is awesome. I'm not here to shit on First Strike. I'm just saying that, I don't know, every song on here is awesome. I mean, there are only 4 of them, too, I suppose. Here's the other thing, though. Look at these band photos.
Oh shit.
When that's what you look like, when you sit on the thing, you can be in my band, and so can Gilbert Grant.
Yeah, that's my criteria as well.
The other thing that I love about this is they all have Spanish names, like John Anthony Alvarado and Michael Valenzuela, because that just makes it so like of its South Texas origin. I mean, it says right at the top there, it's from San Antonio, you know, and they spelled capital wrong. Heavy metal capital should be spelled with an A in context.
Now, don't BS me here, sir. Is this an original?
This, oh yeah, like on the Pazuzu label. Can you see that through the thing? For some reason ended up in touch with some guy in Pennsylvania who had found this like at a thrift store. And he didn't particularly give a shit about it because he didn't like this kind of metal, but he was really into this crappy glam shit I kept finding in dollar bins in LA. So basically I sent him a few like glam records, like maybe half a dozen. He sent me The Wizard. I've never regretted it.
Yeah, I don't suppose. That's like a $2,500 to a $4,000 record you're holding right there.
I feel like I barely touched the music on any of these, but fuck it.
Aaron, nobody comes here for sustenance, man. They just want the Happy Meal toy.
Well, all right, Mr. Rubber Burner. Allow me to retort. Unicorn.
Yeah, not just a rare one, but one that you know I don't have.
Oh, she's a rare one, all right.
How rare! This album is so rare that only 500 of them are in print, and my daddy's got me one.
And what's really strange about this one is that it only came out on clear wax. And as much as I hate a gimmick record, man, it actually kind of fits the majesty on this one.
That's so weird, isn't
And
it?
what's even stranger is when you first look at this, you'd never guess these guys were from Germany. There's not even a hint of Accept or Scorpions that you usually get from those guys during that era. But this one has way more in common with with a lot of US power and epic metal.
Really?
There's a pretty triumphant atmosphere going on here. But I mean, it goddamn better with the sleeve like this.
Yeah, except, here's the thing, though. Unicorns are early.
Son of a mother. You hate that I lured this over you, don't you?
That's why I never pursued that one like some of these others. That one has always been like, I would really like to get my hands on a copy of that. But unicorns are kind of girly.
Good. Good. I can feel your hate grow.
It's just fun.
Well, speaking of mother flipping fun.
I mean, look at that.
I know. Now, I gave you shit about Dragon being a little on the nose. Well, get this. Dungeon. For metal completists only, they say. Now let me tell you, this one's not going to win any awards for production, but the awesome story on the back, the backwards messages, the hilarious narrations aside, the songwriting here, the music, it's something that needs to be explored.
Honestly, that record has never really clicked for me.
No, this ain't a summer barbecue album. Let's get that out of the way. But if you got a lazy Sunday to kill, the weather's the shits, put this bad boy on. This is like Guinness beer. You're either going to love it or hate it. It's got that kind of Slaughter Extroy's creative weirdness going on.
You're comparing that to Slaughter Extroyous? Because I don't hear that. That means I'm probably missing it.
This is an ugly ass diamond in the rough that just needed a little more polishing. Stop it! God damn it!
Sorry, that was a
Like, if you make it past the clumsiness of the first track, you're gonna see how it's so bad, it's good, it's bad again, and then good. One more time.
Dude, I'm sold. There's no higher praise than that, man. Except, it's almost a cliche to say that. So, it's true now, you have to really mean it more than that. Oh, holy shit. Library of Congress, surplus duty.
Oh.
for the children.
And now, without any further interruptions, the fire pit in the center gives off an intense orange glow, but curiously gives off no heat. But you both notice a lever in the back of the room. Ground in the surrounding area has been cracked, and there are a number of smashed bones littered about. What would you like to do?
Well, I suppose we should pull on that lever.
I'm gonna need a dex roll from both of you.
15. Yes.
You hear that shit? Well, this one just gave me a fucking 19, man.
And with that, a giant boulder smashes to the ground. You both manage to escape, but the boulder attached to a long, rusted chain seems to have acted as a counterweight, revealing a secret passage.
What the hell are you doing, Castillo? Get your ass over here, man. This is Bush League.
I mean, I'd love to help you out, man. I really would, but,
Jethro Tull, you two, swallowed in the darkness, have accidentally stumbled upon a hidden passage beneath some rubble.
Oh, I'm going down there.
It is dark, but you can see a faint flicker of torchlight at the end of the hallway, leading to a room sealed by a giant wooden padlocked door. You peer through the bars, and there you see women, naked and bound.
It's the goddamn sex dungeon.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna pick the lock, man, and say some smooth shit like, hey, room service, anyone order the pork?
But the women tremble in fear, thinking it's Kruggle coming back for his midnight feeding. Meanwhile, you two have descended into a well-lit room adorned with furs, hides, and jewels.
This is goddamn Kruggle's lair. I can smell his foul ass. I mean, I've smelled his foul ass. I encountered his... Oh, let me do that again. I can sense his presence.
There in the corner, next to the mountains of treasure, there is a great shield.
Hold up a second, man. That's the shield. It's fucking huge.
Didn't I say it was a cloud giant shield?
No, you didn't. How are we gonna move this?
Well, you're both going to need to roll for strength.
Oh my god.
Fail.
Castillo, you wanna help us out?
I'd love to, man, but these women are like wild stallions. I'm gonna have to tame them with my music. I think I'm gonna play some lute.
Charisma check.
Proficiency don't let me down. Goddamn critical hit, man. I'm coming, babes.
It would seem fair, excitement, and inter-party squabbling has caused you to make one crucial error.
Oh shit, what?
You didn't explore the room enough. And Kuggle burst from underneath a pile of furs, gaining surprise advantage.
Jethro, get your ass back here, man. This guy's huge and he's got like skinned bodies on a stick.
Dude, you got this, man.
He's roll 17 and pummeling Brawny.
Son of a bitch.
I got a fucking 2.
Kruggle can sense victory and lets out a savage roar.
What the hell is this?
Oh, holy shit, Texas Mike, what time is it?
Time to clean up this Monopoly board. Shit is what time it is. I gotta work.
Whew, sorry, man. We lost track of time, man. I guess we just... Oh, here, hold on a sec. Let me hold that for you.
Smells like farts in here.
You ball eaters, man. What about my women in chains?
Listen, can you work my Saturday shift?
Oh, man, have you asked Moondog Casanova?
Works the morning.
What about Babette Surprise?
Flat out refused.
Yeah, of course.
He's a bitch.
Well, what do you got going
I
on?
want to take Susan out to wrestling in that new Indian place. I hear the merge Alfrezi's good.
Susan? From Alfonso's Chicken?
Yes, why?
Oh, nothing. It's just that. Well, no. She's a wonderful girl.
Oh, Texas Mike, you know Aaron, right?
What it is,
Hey
Aaron?
man, what's going on?
So what's that supposed to mean, Castillo?
Nothing, man. She's a class act.
Okay, you guys, I'm sure she's a lovely gal. Metal Theologian, you're welcome back anytime. Eric Weinbender, get better, daddy. Big thank you to all of you for saving the station. We're indebted. And remember, as always,
Go to hell.